Okay, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm Kevin and today we're back to our politics topic. So our politics topic today is talking about sharing power, or in a more detailed explanation, which means we are going to talk about branch of laws. So this kind of political system, just like what we see in America government system right now. They have three branches and three branches have the same amount of power, which means they could going to keep an eye on each other and make sure the others didn't break the rules of America. So today we are going to talk about how the branch work. Of course, it's not we are going to talking about the specialties of America, but we are just going to explain about how type of government like America work, not just America. Okay, so let's come into our topic. So the representatives have to work together to make all kind of decisions to prevent any one person from having too much power. Most democracies split up the government responsibilities across three groups, and we call it the branch. So there is three main branches that could be called in different names, but still there's just three, usually just three main branch. The first one is executive branch, the second is legislative branch, and the last is judicial branch. So you guys can see the way we call this thing is a little bit different from what I say in the last week about the let's see about laws and also about government. We're not going to talking about the same kind of topic. We're just going to talk about the same topic but in a more useful and also not too detailed way, which means we are going to talk about it like more various. Okay, so let's talk about the executive branch first. The executive branch, which means that the branch of the president, can be carry out or execute the policies and laws. They are the people who often just this is the group that have often just have the single person like the president or prime minister with the help of the group called a cabinet, which means that like they are assistant for the government for the president. Okay, so that's what the executive branch is. And the executive branch usually has to approve the new laws that come to the legislative branch and can often propose them into for the citizens. But this is the point that you don't know. You shouldn't forget that the executive branch cannot make out the law itself. At least if you want to take a new laws or have a new rules, you must send that rules to the legislative branch and wait for their response. Okay, so that's what the executive branch work doing for. The second thing, the legislative branch. This branch is not too different from the topic I already said. It's a little bit long, like almost 1 years ago. Okay, so it's a little bit long, so maybe you guys don't remember it, but don't worry, I will talk about it again. So the legislative branch have the responsibility to make new laws and get rid of old laws called legislation, and the discussions of the policies ideas for how to make society work also is part of the legislative branch responsibility. And and this branch, okay, don't talk about the legislative work too much, but this branch usually have split into two parts or two parties. The people from two parties could be counted as rival, and they are going to compete with each other to make their country going better. And of course, people in rival parties often disagree with the opposite side ideas. So that's what the legislative branch do. And of course, going to discuss and changing new laws is going to be very hard, and it's always hard. It's not so easy as you think it is. It have a lot of discuss, a lot of disagreement, and a lot of debate. But throughout that, the way they filter the ideas of the new laws and also how to get rid of the old laws will going to make country like America have the better step in the future and develop themselves. and that's why the legislative branch could be counted as the branch who make out new laws that having the most important point for citizens, because this branch and executive branch will go to change almost everything from the citizen's life. Of course, the judicial branch, which means the third branch, still have the same amount of power, but talking about how they affect the citizens, they are not so directly like executive branch and the legislative branch. So now let's talk about the judicial branch. This branch makes sure the other two going to keep the laws, which means that when the laws come out, they will make sure that the president and the cabinet and also the legislative branch themselves will go in to follow that laws and not break it. And also they are the branch who make sure that when one of the other branch or even themselves, one of the other branch, we shouldn't talk about themselves first, we should talk about the others first. So this judicial branch will going to watch and keep the eyes on the other branch, and if one of them break the rules, they will have to make sure that people who break the rules have to get the good and like let's see, okay, a good and fit punishment, okay, and that's what the judicial branch just work for. This branch made from people who are appointed, not being election like the legislative and executive branch, but they appoint. They are made from a small group of judges, which means that the expert lawyers who could know every laws and could take new laws from the other branch to know if they are going through and follow that laws or not, or if they break it, the punishment will go into get into themselves, get into themselves, which means the people who are going across the laws, okay. So that's all I want to say with you guys today about how the sharing power system work, or you could say about the branches system. And I think our video clip is a little bit too boring and also too long, but I don't think it's really boring, don't underestimate me. But so that's all I want to say with you guys about how the government work and also how their branch look at the others to keep an eye on them and keep the society safe. So that's all I want to say with you guys today. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys on my next video. And now it's time to say goodbye then. See ya!